You don't need to pay $20 a month for great text-to-speech anymore. Google just released Gemini Speech Generation inside of their AI Studio app. It handles multiple speakers, it understands emotion, and it is currently free to use. And most people miss this because they're looking at the wrong interface. So I'll show you the right one. A lot of people start at the standard Gemini chat, but that's a trap. You can't actually fix the audio settings there, so you'll need to head to the developer backend, Google AI Studio. This is just the raw console where the models live, and there's no chatbot. So on the left-hand sidebar, skip the top section and then click Generate Media, then Gemini Speech. You'll notice the interface is super simple. There's no avatars, no animation, just the settings. This is exactly what we want. So on the right-hand side, look at the mode selector and you'll see two options, single speaker and multi-speaker. We're going to use both in this video, but first, check the voice drop-down. You won't see any standard names, you'll see the model IDs, Park, Sharon, Core. This just confirms we're using the raw tool. So let's do a speed test and select Park. Type system check and then hit run. Now watch the bar and we're done.
System check.
In under 2 seconds, that's almost instant. But speed means nothing if the quality is bad, so let's give it a real challenge. I don't want to test this with a generic coffee shop ad. Let's try something harder. Something you would actually use for a big promo launch. Let's just say we need a voiceover for a new website. The problem with most free tools is that they sound too happy or they sound too flat. We need something with actual weight. So in the prompt box, I'm going to paste a script for a fake tool called Neural Flow. But notice the top line, I'm adding something very specific. Read this with the intensity of a Steve Jobs keynote. Long pauses, authoritative but quiet. This tells the model exactly how to speak. Then I add the copy. Most people work the elite flow. You're drowning in noise. Neural Flow cuts the cord. So over on the right, I'm selecting the voice Fenrir. It has a deeper, lower sounding voice that fits this tone. Let's run that. It usually takes a few seconds to process, but we'll wait. Okay, it's done. Now let's listen to the pacing.
Most people work the elite flow. You are drowning in noise. Neural flow cuts the cord.
Did you catch that pause after work? I didn't write that into the text. The model added it automatically because of the instructions. That doesn't just sound like a robot, it sounded like a proper paid actor, and we made it in about 10 seconds. To save it, just hit the 3 dots and click download. It gives you a clean file ready for editing, no changes needed. But single voices are the easy part. The real challenge is handling dialogue. If you've tried creating conversations with AI before, you know it's usually a mess. You have to generate speaker A, then speaker B, and then drag them together in an editor to get the timing right, and it takes forever. But Google handles this automatically, so go back to the mode selector and switch it to the multi-speaker option. You'll see a new script tab appear. We're going to test this with a code review. A panicked junior dev versus a cynical senior dev. This will be good. This forces the model to manage two very different vibes in real time. So in the system instructions, I'm setting the roles. Speaker A is nervous, high-pitched, and fast-speaking. Speaker B is deep, slow, and skeptical. Then in the dialogue section, I'll add the lines, Speaker A says, I just deleted the entire production database. The backups are empty. Speaker B replies, you did what? Please tell me you're joking. Then back to Speaker A, I thought I was on staging, so on the right I'll set Speaker A to Aode for that higher pitch and keep Speaker B on Fenrir. When I hit run, the model isn't just reading lines, it's generating the whole conversation at once. Give it a few seconds to process and then we'll wait for the results. Okay, listen to this.
I just deleted the production database. The backups are empty.
You did what? Please tell me you're joking.
I thought I was on staging.
Listen to the pacing. What'd you think? Notice the timing there. The senior dev didn't reply instantly. There was a pause. The AI understood the context and added the silence automatically. That is very hard to fake. And if you want to automate this, look at the top right hand corner and click Get Code. You don't have to keep doing this in the browser, it gives you the script right there. You can copy this, drop it into a workflow, and have your system generate these conversations automatically in the background. That is how you actually build a system. So, does this kill ElevenLabs? Well, let's be real. If you need to clone your specific voice, Google doesn't have that just yet. ElevenLabs still wins there. But for everything else, for narration, for characters, for testing, this is way better. Simply because of the cost. You're getting 90% the quality for almost $0. There is no credit limit counting down in the corner. You aren't hitting a paywall after 10 minutes. This lets you be messy. It lets you try things out. You can generate 50 versions of a script just to find the perfect tone, and it costs nothing. So stop paying for generic tools and switch to the raw API. But here is the real problem. The voice is just one piece. To really scale, you need to master the automation behind it. If you want to learn how to use NAN from scratch to automate this entire process, check out my NAN beginners playlist right here. It's the fastest way to go from zero to building these systems yourself. Click this playlist and I'll see you over there. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe.